So guys, here we are with the final career mode before FIFA 17 comes out, and as you can tell by the title, by the thumbnail, and you probably would have guessed it based off the poll results, that we're going to be going with the top 4 team with a financial takeover. We're using Sevilla. It was probably the best choice. They're in the Champions League this season, so that gives us a chance to see how the team progresses in the first season. As you can see, the side is looking pretty strong right now. I have started this series with a 3-5-2 formation, mainly because I just want to score a lot of goals in this series. I want it to be a very attacking team. We'll probably concede a lot of goals, but I would concede a lot of goals anyway. You know my defending, so this is the squad at the moment. I've updated all of the transfers into the Sevilla team. I've got rid of all the players that they've sold. I've also changed a couple of the teams in La Liga with their new signings as well. So up top, we've got Ben Yedder and we've got Vazquez. We've got Ganso at cam, Konoplyanka on the left, Iborra and Nzonzi in the middle with Vitolo on the right. We've then got, oh god, there's going to be some names I really don't like to pronounce, but I'm going to call him Caricho for now, and I will learn how to pronounce his name. Rami in the middle and Kolojijak, I think that's how you pronounce it, at the other side. And then we've got Rico in goal. On the bench, we've got Trey Moulinas, we've got Mariano, Crane Vita, Cristoforo, Kiyotake, Sarabia, and Vieto. Now, Vieto is on loan, and so is Crane Vita, both from Atletico Madrid, for 1 season, I believe. So I've actually moved them to the team. If at the end of 1 season that we decide not to reloan them, we will just go ahead and release or sell them. On the reserves, we've got Fernandez, Munoz, we've got Correa, a new signing, Cotan, I'm not sure how you pronounce that one, Mercado, Figueras, Escudero, Crondelli, Pereira, and Soria. So there are a few players in there that are simply not going to be good enough, because our objective for this series is, of course, to win the Champions League within 2 seasons. It's going to be really, really difficult, and I'm going to spend a lot of money to get there. After using the financial takeover, guys, we have a massive £134.5 million, and I just realised I should have put it in euros. That's my bad, but obviously it doesn't matter too much. The wage budget is a little bit low there, so we could actually just go ahead and adjust it slightly. So we're looking at around £130 million. £130 million, that is so much money. I'm going to go ahead and show you my shortlist now. Sevilla, who obviously won the Europa League last season, which is why they're in the Champions League, despite finishing 7th, I think it was, in La Liga last season. They've recruited really well, but they've also sold a lot of good players, so I need to make sure that I'm bringing in good players. Not maybe world class, but good enough to help us in the Champions League and try and get to that final and then win. So we've got Musacchio, Caceres and Martinez as 3 defensive options. We've got Isco, Mertens and Boufal. Now, I want you guys to kind of not expect realistic signings in this series. I know that's what I normally do, but for this series, we do need to spend some serious money and bring in some really good players. So it might not be the most realistic signings going on in this career mode. But some of these players I don't think are too bad in terms of realism. We've got Berardi as well as another choice out on the sides. And then Cavani, potentially as a striker, but I'm not too sure. The position I need the least is a striker. We've got quite a few of them already. So we're definitely going to make a centre-back signing, probably Martinez or someone like that. Maybe 2 centre-backs, because we're playing with 3 of them. And then definitely a cam. I think Isco would be the best choice. I've also decided that we will be doing a pre-season tournament just for the extra money. If we win it, we get £7.2 million, which is quite a lot. And we're playing in England. We've got West Ham, Swansea and Moscow. So we're going to England for this pre-season tournament. And that is a very winnable group. And also, this is something that I never really include in my videos, and I don't know why I haven't up till now. I use instructions quite a lot in career mode, and I think sometimes I might get it wrong, especially in previous career modes where I've been conceding a lot of goals. Now, with the 3-5-2 formation, I think it's quite important to have wingers that kind of help out defensively. So it almost goes to a 5 at the back formation when you're defending, and then obviously a 3 at the back formation when you go attacking-wise. So, Konoplyanka, I want him to stay forward personally because he is so good going forward and not so good going back. But I'm going to keep him on basic defence. But Vitolo, I'm actually going to ask him to come back on defence and help out a little bit, especially if we're up against players like Neymar. Oh god, that is going to be absolutely awful. So we'll do that, come back on defence. And Nzonzi, I'm going to make him stay back while attacking. But Iborra, who can also play at a cam, I'm going to make him, go up and down a lot, be a real box-to-box midfielder there. Now, with Ganso, very, very poor physically. He's not very quick. His stamina isn't great. I want him to stay forward so he doesn't waste that energy coming back. Vasquez and Ben Yedder, both new signings. I think I'm going to leave them as they are for now. But Ganso, I'm actually going to ask him to free roam a little bit so he supports both strikers. Now, as usual, we're going to start this career mode by putting a few players on the transfer list. We've got Munoz here, a 72 rated 19-year-old, but he doesn't have a face, and that really winds me up. And he probably won't be good enough within 2 seasons, even though he is actually showing great potential. So we're going to go ahead and try and sell him on. I could loan him out, but what use is that when I'm only going to be doing 2 seasons? So we're also going to be trying to sell Fernandez, another player with no face, and he's only 62 rated. He's just not going to be good enough. We've got a 31-year-old centre-back Pereira here. Not good enough. He will be easy to sell, I'm hoping, and we've got roughly £5 million of value there. And obviously a goalkeeper that's 64 rated, no face. We need to bring in a proper keeper, and I've just realised I didn't put one on the shortlist, so we will definitely be signing a goalkeeper as well, and Soria will be going out, well, not out on loan, we'll be trying to sell him. The rest of the squad I will make use of, that's for sure. It's a relatively small squad. If we sell these players, we're only going to have 24 players, so I definitely need to bring in 4 or 5 as well. Right, so we've transfer listed players. It's now time to look at signing some players. I don't think we're going to get any done before the first game of the pre-season tournament, but that's okay. We've got loads of time. The first offer I'm going to make is definitely for Javi Martinez. He is going to be the heart of my defence, and the fact he can play at CDM as well is going to be very handy indeed. I'm going to offer Pereira if I can. Yes, I can. That's good. He's worth around 5 million, so I'll go ahead and throw in 15 million. So that's a value of around 20 million, which is Martinez's value. Now, I'm also going to make an offer for Martin Caceres. Interestingly enough, he's got 12 months remaining on his contract in-game. Juventus have decided not to renew his contract in real life. He's actually been released. So, kind of makes sense, and I need someone for that right side of my defence. I think he would be the perfect signing because he can actually play at right back as well. So, we probably should be able to get him quite cheap. I'll throw in a 10 million offer to start off with. It probably isn't enough, but we've got loads of money, so there's plenty of time to negotiate with them. Hopefully these 2 players will join, and that will be our defence sorted. Now, moving on into midfield. Isco is my choice here for Cam. He would be incredible, but we do have Mertens and Boufal. Now, I'm scouting them both. Maybe it's worth waiting a little bit. I could always just make a quick offer for Isco and see what they're looking for. I'm guessing it's going to be around 40. Yeah, around 40 million there. I'm not going to be offering anyone in this deal, so I will throw in a cheeky offer of 27.5. That's 26.5. 27.5 million. That's his value. It's completely ridiculous. They will not accept it, but at least we can try. Berardi and Cavani, I'm going to wait on them as well, I think. Okay, so Real Madrid want £51.5 million for Isco. I mean, it's just under double what we've offered. It's a lot of money, but we've got the money to do it. So I think we might go back in here with a slightly lower price again. Let's see if we can get him maybe for 38.5. They'll probably reject it again, but at least we're going to get that price down a little bit. Well, hopefully. But Juventus have actually accepted 10 million. So maybe I've gone a little bit too much there. I don't know. We'll just get him anyway because we do have so much money. It's not a big deal if we lose out on a couple of million here and there. We'll go ahead and offer him important first team player. I'll give him 3 years as well just because why not? And I think he'll sign that. Anyway, now we've got our first game of the season, pre-season tournament against Swansea, and we get a 5-1 win. Ben Yedder, on his debut, just scored 4 goals. Bloody hell, he's going to be brilliant in this series. At least I hope so. Vasquez also scored. Finally, Bayern have got back to me. They're not interested in the player. I don't blame them one bit. So, Pereira, we will just have to try and sell in another deal. So, I'm going to go ahead and offer 22 million for Martinez. Him next to Caceres will be really strong. We've got our first offer of the season. It is for Soria, £350,000. We're just going to go ahead and accept that deal, and then we can bring in a new goalkeeper straight away. Real Madrid, they still want 51.5 million, and Caceres, he doesn't want to relocate ideally, so we're going to have to offer him a bit more money. I'll go in with 120k and crucial first team player. Do we go higher for Isco? I think we do. We really should try and get him. I think if we go in with 44? Let's try 44 million. Into the next game of the pre-season tournament, we do have CSKA next. Hopefully, even though it's away from home, we'll get another win. We do, a 2-1 win. We have picked up a little bit of an injury there to Vasquez. Hopefully, it's not too serious. He's only out for 7 days, so that is good news. But this actually isn't good news. It seems like Man City are going to be signing Cavani for just £33 million. Do I do this? My gut instinct is saying probably not. I don't think I need Cavani. I've got quite a few good strikers already. And if I really wanted to go big, I could probably get someone better. So I think I'm actually going to pass on this one. I've used Cavani a lot in career modes. It was just an idea. I don't think I'm going to do it this time. So next, it's time to look at a goalkeeper. I found 3 that I'm actually quite interested in. So we've got Ralph Fairman there from Schalke, Anthony Lopez from Lyon, and Ruffier also from League One there. This is actually a really difficult decision. I think what I'll do is I'll scout Lopez. I've already got the scout reports back on Fairman and Ruffier. Anyway, this is what I like to see, guys. Both offers have been accepted. Madrid, 44 million for Isco, and then Bayern, 22 million for Martinez. So that's 66 million pounds for 2 Spanish internationals. I think that is an absolute bargain. So we're going to go ahead and try and sign them both up. Now, Isco slightly out of favour at Madrid, although now I'm guessing, especially with Zidane there, he doesn't like James so much. Maybe Isco will play a few more games, but we're going to try and steal them from their clubs. So crucial first team player, 130,000. He would go straight into the team, obviously, behind the strikers there. And Martinez will go straight into defence. We'll give him 140,000, 3 years. Crucial first team player. It is a step up for him on his contract. He's only important first team player at Bayern. So we've already made it through the group stage of this European International Cup. So this result against West Ham doesn't mean too much, but we've got a clean sheet and another 2-0 win. And that, of course, means we've won some money, £1.4 million. That's a nice little bit of extra money there. And actually, that's going to help out in this deal. We have slightly overpaid for Martin Caceres, but winning this pre-season tournament will help us out massively to recover the funds that we may have lost on this deal. But there you go. He has accepted the contract, and we've signed a new defender. Into the semi-finals of the pre-season tournament now. Oh my God, goals are flying in. It's currently 2-1 with only a couple of minutes to go, guys. And it looks like we're going to be getting through to the final. Come on. Look at all the yellow cards as well. That's absolutely mental. But we have made it through to the final. And Vitolo this time getting a goal. And Ben Yedder continuing his good form. See, now this is interesting. Our current goalkeeper, Sergio Rico, who's 77 rated, only 21 years old. He's an exciting prospect, which I didn't realise. He's made a really good start. He's only got 1 clean sheet, but he's our highest rated player at the moment in terms of his match rating, a 7.1 after 4 games. So maybe I should just be training this guy and then bringing in a keeper that isn't going to take his spot. It's really, really difficult because I don't want to ruin his growth by not playing him. This keeper could reach 85 plus. So let me know in the comments what you think I should do with this goalkeeper situation. And I'm going to be really evil and end the first episode here. But the next episode will be up tomorrow. And we will find out if we're going to be getting Isco and if we're going to be getting Martinez. We have sent out the contracts. Will they accept it? You will soon find out. Make sure you leave your comments below. Anything you want me to do in this series, just let me know. I'll be reading through them tonight. This is going to be interesting. I think this could possibly be the hardest career mode we've done yet. To win the Champions League with this team, we're going to have to really invest in some great players. We've started the movement. Hopefully, we can get a few more in the next episode. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in episode 2 tomorrow.